What's going on, guys? Snag here, and it's time to talk a little bit of State of Origin. Team lists are out, guys. So in this video, guys, I'm just doing a real casual, just my thoughts on the two team lists picked, and just a general quick chat of my thoughts about the teams. And also, I wanted to hear yours as well, guys. So let me know what you think about the new selections. Let me know what you think about Connor Watson. Let me know what you think about Latrell. Let me know what you think about Dave Fafita, Kurt Capewell coming in, all that sort of stuff, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. I will be doing a full breakdown and prediction video, punts, bets, all that stuff shortly, probably a little later in the week. But I just felt like talking about some State of Origin after these team lists. I just finished watching the press conferences between the two and two coaches, and I just wanted to have a little chat about it, guys. So let me know what your thoughts are, early predictions, all that good stuff, guys. Look, Dylan Edwards coming back in. I think Madge had to just sort of look, game one, we're down a man, we're never going to win that. I think he's treating this like a game one again. And that's the vibe I got. Like, just scrap that game. I've got a bigger he mentioned this quite a few times, I've got a bigger pool of players to pick from now, which tells me he picked some players in game one he probably wouldn't have picked if he had another option. It's not that he thought those players wouldn't do a good job. It's just he had a much smaller. He was on third string halves. Like, he was clearly picking from not the bottom of the barrel. That's harsh, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, lads. And now he's got a larger pool to pick from, and he's picked those players. So Dylan Edwards back, I think that is the right choice. So impressed with him lately, but it's funny, he doesn't. I just watched the Penrith game yesterday. I'm just like, he's just so good. He's so good. Like I said, I like Dylan and the team over Teddy for the sole reason I know he's not going to slip over 6-7 times a game. Dylan actually did have a pretty big slip yesterday, but you get what I'm saying. It's just, we know. He's not going to slip over. He's going to make his meters. He's going to not make errors. He's going to get out of the way and attacking things. He's not. One thing I noticed from game one, the ruck, not around the ruck so much, but in and around, it was just too cluttered. There was too much going on in there. Dylan Edwards is that high volume half fullback, but he does take a step back when you're in good attacking opportunities. And the amount of times New South Wales had the ball inside Queensland 30 and it just looked cluttered, it was just ridiculous. Teddy had to go, I get it. Crichton beast. It's going to be interesting to see if Trell plays left side. I'm sure he will. Crichton did such a good job filling in on the right side. And Crichton's game against Parramatta on the right edge, I was just sitting there going, well, this guy is unbelievable. I hate using this word because people take it as such a negative thing. I always thought Crichton was a tad overrated at Penrith because I was like, I think anyone could really look good in that position. Like, when you're playing centre for Penrith, you get so much good ball. And I feel like you can look a little better than you are. Nah, bro, he's the man. He is so good, bro. Just the way he tore Parramatta's left edge, he was on the right side up, was just absolutely ridiculous. I love Trell in there for a few options. I didn't like Trell in the first game, and people are like, oh, now you want him to pick. No, his body language is horrible. He wasn't playing great footy. He's been playing absolutely great footy since, and if he's playing his best footy, he's the best centre in the game. He just is. He's absolutely incredible. He's the man. I also heard a thing too. Man, his kicking game against who did they play? They didn't play Parramatta. Broncos. Yeah, those bombs he was putting up were nice. Not quite Greg Inglis, not quite Burton, but he terrorised Broncos back three. And not a great set of hands. Tuolangi's all right, but Coates is pretty nice too. But Coates can make an error. Because Coates doesn't make an error because he's got bad hands. Coates sometimes just leaps for the ball over his head and when he doesn't need to and stuff like that. So it's just a hard action to take. But he can swing in and put a bomb up if needed. I don't know if it's going to be wet or whatever. Zach was a pick for sure. I didn't mind Luai getting picked again, but I would have just rather have Matt Burton on the bench just in case he plays too sideways, which he can. We saw in the grand final against the Broncos. He was playing so sideways. Cogger came on and just straightened a little bit, and it freed everything else up. So I didn't mind Jerome getting picked because if the front forwards do their job, he's a very good front foot player. as is Mitchell Moses. And I do think Mitchell Moses is the best 7 New South Wales have, other than Nathan Cleary. I've just always thought it. People sort of bag him because Parramatta aren't this elite team, this and that, but he's a really good player, man. He's New South Wales' second best number 7. He just is. He really is. A lot of people ask me about Jakey being picked again. Look, I wasn't a huge Jake. Sorry, I'm a huge Jake fan. I wasn't a huge fan. I like speed. I'm all about speed. And game 1, just I get it. Like Jake, to me, Jake's got this really good knack of his slowness is actually good. Like he'll clog up in the middle. So Jake's job is, if someone will steam at him, he'll go gunk, put him on their back, squeeze, and the millisecond before a penalty's about to be blown, he's up and he's off. Jake slows things down in a good way. But just that game 1 with players out, I think the game did not suit him. So I don't mind him getting another crack. I personally would have gone with a bigger, faster, stronger prop, younger. Like, even, I'm not saying I would have picked him, but just to name that springs to mind, Tyrrell May. Just like, there's no doubt in my mind Tyrrell May right now is a better prop than Jake Trbojevic. But, if Jake can slow down New Queensland's ruck and just stop post-contact meters and slow it all down, it's good. Like, Payne Haas isn't that, Reece Robson will slow you down too. Payne Haas isn't that hit your sort of prop. He's more of he'll grab you, squeeze you, hold you, and you know what I mean, and he doesn't miss. That's more his strength in defence. But look, and Cam Murray, I actually don't mind starting at lock as well. That good leg speed. Love the bench. Spence, Olakuatu, and Isaiah Yeo, love it. I wouldn't have picked Connor Watson. I love Connor Watson as a player. Apparently he's an even better bloke. I've literally never heard anyone say a bad word about this kid. But just not. I just would have had Burton. Like, to me, Burton, people say, well, Connor Watson covers more positions. I'm like, how? Like, he can't play wing. He can't play centre. He can't play fullback. He's a 9, 6 or 7. Burton is I'm not saying he is a 9, but he could. You telling me Burton couldn't pass the ball off the ground for 20 minutes if needed? You're telling me Burton wouldn't necessarily cover fullback, but let's say Dylan Edwards goes down, Crichton, Latrell go back, and Burton goes into the centre. So even though he doesn't technically cover fullback, he can cover one of these positions where one of these 3 guys can go to fullback. So he essentially covers 1 through 7. So to me, Matt Burton covers more positions, and I liked it as well. To me, he covers another position again. If Luai is playing too sideways and Madge is like he's just shuffling across field and not getting anything done, you can just use a straight interchange and go, let's see if straight running from Matt Burton works off on sort of thing. So I actually liked Matt Burton there. I think Matt Burton deserves a shot. I don't know how Connor Watson jumped him in the queue personally, but it is what it is, man. Love Yo, Olakuatu and Spence. I know Olakuatu didn't get much of a run, but I think Madge had a plan for him that he couldn't execute because of the 12-man thing. On to Queensland, guys. Look, this is going to be a much shorter talk. Question marks over Reece. He hasn't played since last Origin, which he played 6 minutes and got flatlined. Will there be butterfly? It's a little, he hasn't had any game time since then, and he's running out to the MCG in front of 100,000 people. That's pretty full on, man. There's some question marks there for sure. I am absolutely zero worry about these guys. They're going to do their job and do it well. Front this here again, Lindsay Collins. Jesus Christ, I think he had his best club game I've ever seen this weekend. Absolutely incredible. Ben Hunt to start. Ruben Cotter, I haven't been a huge fan of what he's been doing lately. Nano gave Hudson Young an absolute bath on the weekend. Sewell was pretty damn solid too. So yeah, not worried about anything here. We knew this was going to roll out like this. Harry Grant, Mo's been pretty good. Little strange, Kaufusi and Catewell, but then it's sort of like, who else do you pick? I mean, you're going to drop Kaufusi and put Hillem Lukey in? No, of course you're not. I mean, you're gonna drop Catewell and put Trent Loera in? Probably not. Like, I don't. To me, Kurt Catewell's been poo-poo this year, like really poo-poo. But there's no real other option. Like I say, Queensland's best 17 is as good as it gets, but like they don't have the depth that New South Wales sort of has in a lot of positions. And even though, yeah, like I said, they can field a team that's just as good, if not better, than New South Wales. When you start going 2 or 3 deep in positions, it gets a little skinny there for Queensland. So even though I'm not a huge fan of these selections, it's just what they got. I don't know what the go with Dave Fafita is, but I just would have had Dave Fafita there regardless over Kurt Capewell. Okay, so Billy didn't like his effort and this and that. Kurt Capewell's barely played, and the games he has been, he's been poo-poo. So, like, okay, Dave Fafita didn't quite have the effort you were looking for, okay? Like, like, okay. I still think he would have been a better option than Kurt Capewell, but that's it, guys. Like I said, I'll just quick chat about the team list today. I just think this is going to be a cracking game. I think a lot of Queenslanders think, this is, we're just going to... No, bro, New South Wales worried Queensland with 12 players. I genuinely think... New South Wales have the team to beat Queensland. That's not my prediction. I'm just saying they do, definitely. New South Wales team's much better than game one, and they're going to have 13 men on the paddock. So this is going to be a really cracking game of footy, guys. I absolutely cannot wait for it. Bring it on, guys. If you made it this far, guys, you know what that means. You're an absolute legend. Stay tuned, guys. I will be doing just my, obviously, weekly preview videos with all my bets and punts, and just keep your eyes out for my State of Origin prediction video, guys. And I think I'm also doing a video with Hectic Fred where we're going to chat a bit about team lists and give our predictions in that one too, guys. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.